head coach of the Manhattan Jaspers, Jorden Scott. Coach, tonight, tough loss, 2-1 loss. Got the first goal of the game, couldn't hang on. Talk a little bit about the game.
Yeah, it was a real learning experience, I think, tonight for a lot of the younger guys. I think that we got off to a great start, a great goal by Eugene, and we didn't quite respond with correct tactic. As soon as we scored, we invited a lot of pressure and weren't able to adapt within the game, which is something we need to work on. And we got caught out, and the penalty kick was unfortunate. It was touch and go, whether it was, whether it wasn't, and then we just didn't respond well. But I'd say that when we regrouped, we had a couple of new additions second half, and I thought the second half we were excellent. I thought we really put pressure on them, showed more composure on the ball, which is what we've been promoting with the guys, and we probably had a couple of chances to really get us back in the game, and we were a little unlucky.
Talk a little bit about that strike from Eugene. Left foot early on in the game, get the 1-0 lead. Talk a little bit about the play.
Yeah, I think that both Eugene and Danny are going to have to be relied on off and on between games as we move forward. But I think that for Eugene, he's been working hard in his game all summer. I think it's testament to him that he's got the confidence to step in and just strike without even warming up. His first hit. He had a chance just after that when he went through clean on goal, and maybe he'll look back on that one and think that's probably an easier chance. But it was a great strike, and he's worked hard and he deserves that goal. Hopefully that'll be the first of many.
Now on the other side of the ball, Coach McDowell tonight made 11 saves, really played well, kind of the field general of the team, has a good idea of what he wants to do on free kicks, and really did a nice job. You just talk about the play of the sophomore. Yeah,
Alex is a great goalkeeper. Everyone says he has a lot of saves. Well, that's because he's a great goalkeeper. That's what he's there for, and he understands that, and he takes on the responsibility with maturity, and he's going to be a key part of our team. We'd like to obviously reduce that number from a defensive point of view, but the way we play very attacking. We're very committed to going forward, and going down 2-1, we have to overcommit. And late in the game, he was big for us. He was huge for us.
I'm talking a little bit about the freshmen. Joel Hume came in, played a real big role along the back line. Luke Reeves played the second half. Yeah. Musa Kanak came on in the second half, played some minutes there toward the end. Jose Mesa had an attempted goal. A lot of freshmen really making their presence known in tonight's game.
And that's what we're trying to do. We want to win every game, but we need to prepare these young men for the road forward, and they've never experienced a 20-game season. And the substitution rule, roll on, roll off, it's something that Joe and Luke in particular have never experienced being from the UK, and I think that the intensity of the game never dropped, and it's something they're not used to. They're used to 3 subs, 5 guys on the bench, 3 subs go in, and the game ebbs and flows in the UK. I think that Abraham as well, really tonight struggled at times. I think it's going to take him a few games to get used to Division 1 tempo, because they're very aggressive, they're very direct tonight, and puts under a lot of pressure. But I think, like I said to the guys at the end, this is a learning experience. We want to win every game, but it's sport. It's near impossible. So what we want to do is we want to take out the good points, we want to look at the areas we need to improve on, and then we move forward. And even from half to half, it was like a slightly different team. We got better from the first half to the second half, and that's positive. And I think that if we carry that second half into the next game against St Francis, then we'll be in a good place. But they're great, and all of them, even the guys that never got on the bench, never got on the field tonight, some of the younger guys, they'll get their chance, but we need them.
Are there any changes you're looking forward to into the St Francis game that you look for, maybe tactically or from any kind of strategy standpoint?
To be honest with you, I think that all our issues came from just a nervous edge to our game after we scored, and a little frantic, and I just think it's getting on the field and playing again. I don't think tactically we need to do too much different. I think technically we need to be better, and I think the boys would agree with that. And we just need to carry on with confidence. They need to believe in themselves a little bit at times. And when we scored, it was almost like, right, can we hang on here for 90 minutes? And it can't be like that. We got to go back to how we play. We got to go back to keeping the ball. And we've got to have confidence in ourselves to be able to receive the ball under pressure and then be able to keep it. There were just too many turnovers tonight, especially in the first half. The second half we were a lot better at it. And we always talk about unforced errors. A lot of our errors were very unforced. It wasn't anything but us technically that failed. And And that's just repetition, that's just practice field stuff, and you know, as the games go on, they'll build confidence and we'll come back stronger.
Well, the Jaspers drop an opening night decision 2-1 to the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. You can catch them in action on September 2nd when they take on St. Francis in Brooklyn. Thanks so much for your time, Coach. And,
Thank you.
Good luck on Tuesday.
Thanks a lot.